Right, it's time for Joining Us Interactive. Aisha Ibrahim is here. Hello, Aisha.
Hello, Israel. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Great. And you know we are on Facebook.com/JoinNewsOnTV, on Instagram and Twitter on JoinNewsOnTV, and on WhatsApp. The number is 0266047417. And we begin with journalists who are increasingly becoming targets of violence in Ghana. The reason why the country dropped her ranking from best in Africa to a third place on the Press Freedom Index. Listen to former Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa.
In this dark atmosphere of press freedom recession, it is important for us to also reflect on certain ugly developments that may exacerbate threats to journalists, press freedom, and citizens' liberties generally. We must not give in to forces who would silence the media in order that they may perpetuate criminality and the destruction of our hard-won freedoms.
So in the wake of these attacks, what do you suggest can be done to protect journalists in the country? And that's the issue we posted on Facebook. It's generated 190 comments and 26 shares there. And I'll start with Kudus Lamax Kalkasanga. He says, people still thought Mahama was...
Well, let's just move on.
Okay,
let's go to Prince Jordan. Prince Jordan says, how do you protect journalists in a country where laws do not work? Abdul Jalilu says journalists should stop criticizing government and only sing praises to them. They should start telling Ghanaians that this government has fulfilled all its promises and is the best government since independence. That is the only way they can be free in this country. Certainly, we're not going to do that. Setejeni Mbatin says, I suggest only journalists can do something to stop or protect such attacks. They should know and understand that they only have press freedom but not press justice. So their so-called press freedom has limits. And it goes on and on and on. Let's move on to Mohammed Razak says journalists should be responsible themselves. They are not tin gods. That can't be held responsible for their responsibility. Or you don't just cause people without facts, wanting to tarnish people's hard-earned reputations and also want to go scot-free, because you can't eat your cake and have it, right? The journalists of today have thrown their ethics and morals to their dogs. Check yourselves. Okay, thank you for your caution.
Apia Kusi says journalism is very important to the youth in a nation which went through hardships under British Empire and Scottish Ghana born radical. Long-term captivity under the Rawlins revolution affected normal standard of our growing civilization. So those criticizing the media stream are criminal politicians, close friends. I think Akufo-Addo hates democracy. Nana Tebiri King says, as you request and wish for press freedom and attack on journalists, so should you advise your journalists to refrain from sensationalism and political twists. When your journalists misled Ghanaians that the government of Ghana was training militia, okay, so I don't think that was we did not mislead anybody, because the lawyer for Manasseh has explained what exactly he did. He gathered facts. And Ralph Gardner says, well, what I think is what I think. And then journalists, until they learn to be independent and neutral in their dealings with politicians, the day they decide to be honest, somebody might think they've been influenced. If nobody can bribe you, you stand tall when you are independent. But if you have been bribed before, the day you decide to be honest, you become a target of your paymaster. Manuf Adam says you have pampered these criminally minded government officials for far too long, especially your silence on the killing of a colleague journalist, Ahmed Swale, whose death could be somewhat be associated with threats from a member of this current administration. Well, we've not been silent on it. You all know the noise we've made about it, and we continue to talk about it. Emmanuel Champon says journalism should be based on truth, not always in a hurry. So report first and then later apologize. Those are some comments on Facebook, and the number is on the screen. We can take some comments on WhatsApp. Now, dancehall artist Shatta Wale has kept social media bustling after announcing he would love to marry Wendy Shay because she's obedient. Take a listen.
Wendy Shay, I like the way he acts, you know. I wanted Shatta Mishi to be like a girl like that for me.
Hey. Yeah?
How many people? She's the type of girl that when I get, I'll marry her today, you know. Hey! And because, you know, I think she understands what she's doing. Yeah, she's following rules. She's obeying, you know. I remember, you know, the manager telling me, Shatta, get away the way and I drink that honor. or person only one industry, like, you know, and I like girls with that mentality that you don't have to sleep with the man before you get there.
Still on Wendy Shay.
That's what I'm saying. I like Wendy Shay because I
And
want
if you get her, you marry her today.
ASAP.
So Shatta Wale is saying he wants to marry Wendy Shay.
Oh no, if she's not dating, but if she's even dating, I want to go because I don't want to. Maybe the boyfriend might be my fan.
What's
Okay,
happening with
but let's
Twitter,
get on Facebook and talk about Shatta Wale and Wendy Shay.
Okay.
And
so Yenbare says after listening carefully on to Shatta's interaction on your station, I marvel him. Today, most ladies don't like opportunities. God will give him his heart desire who appreciate him. Ufuri Robert says, is Shatta Wale himself serious about his brouhaha? James Arthur says, Wendy can accept his proposal. It depends on how the talks will go. Mainu Augustine says, two celebrities cannot make a good marriage. It will collapse within a twinkle of an eye. They shouldn't try it. She no one give, Madi Panda says, she no one give him crown. Ghana and Hajia says, go and marry if you are sure. That's your match, Shatta.
And a few comments on WhatsApp on the ongoing match. And this one says, what goes round comes around. Okay, great fight from Liverpool. And that's that one on this progress Liverpool has made. And that will be it on the interactive show. My name is Aisha Ibrahim.